We are finally live. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you all have had an awesome week. Why, it's been the crazy ass week from hell. Um, Facebook went down on Monday. Tuesday, somebody tried to hack my bank account. So I've had to reset and redo all my passwords. One of the things my husband actually thought of as far as like security is to make sure you have different user IDs on every platform so that they're not guessable. And then, yeah, I had
It's
no
been like,
internet for over 24 hours at my house. And just to add insult to injury, not only did I not have internet, but we tried to tether our phones. And there's some problem with Sprint that didn't allow us to tether. It was giving us a network not found error message. So it's been an awesome week. But hey, I got to test drive a car. And I got a couple of new clients. I'm really excited about them. I'm really excited about helping people and really excited about seeing people's businesses grow in a way that makes sense. Um, and I'm really excited, yeah, that I'm going to have a new car in a couple of weeks. Hopefully ending the car escapade that we've had going on since June. So I'm excited.
I'm excited for you. We've had some really good conversations in the mastermind this week too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just some really good stuff on the business fronts, right? Like the clients are
Yeah.
starting to kind of come in. I know I've had a good week in sales this week. I know a couple other people have had some good business stuff, but the personal stuff, especially the stuff we don't talk about publicly, is just like, what's going on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really. It's
Yeah.
been it's been a really kind of interesting week. And you know what I get really excited about is seeing people start to have success and being able to hit goals and like see consistent success because it's not just one person who sees that result. That to me is the cool part that it's that one of the cool things that comes out of the coaching and the mastermind, especially, and even when we're doing digital marketing for clients, it's all very custom. It's that finding that magical combination
Mm-hmm.
of things that are going to work for this person and their business and things that really, really excite me. Like, because your business was Sassy Witch Suds and your soap, and hey, Meg, good to see you, is totally different than mine
Right.
and totally different from Meg's. And, it's really cool to see different people doing different things. And it's all good.
Well, that's one of the things I love about the mastermind because we've got some product based, we've got some coaches, we've got some with a mix, we've got some handcrafters in there.
Mhm,
And the great thing about that is that we all have that opportunity to help each other
mhm,
see our businesses in a different light, right?
mhm,
Um, the other evening, I know we really started drilling into some whys that were well beyond the money
mhm,
motivations. It's like, what are you actually trying to accomplish here?
mhm. Well, and the interesting thing and the really deep conversation with people is that money is almost never a good why,
Mm-mm.
ever.
Money and your kids.
Money and your kids. Now, I will tell you part of my reason that I do have my business formatted the way I do is because I have 4 kids and one of
Well,
them is severely disabled. That is really impacted, but it's not my why. My why is
exactly.
really it's that, oh my gosh, I really get to, have deep conversations with people and really get to know their businesses and find ways forward in really complex situations because
Yeah.
follow my 3-step process never works.
It doesn't. And I think that's why the general why most entrepreneurs get into the entrepreneurial field is because they've got a personal life that needs
Mhm,
more attention or different attention than what the typical Monday through Friday 9 to 5 can offer.
mhm,
And so the flexibility
mhm.
becomes part of the actual why. Because
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if it's kids or parents or other family members that need caretaking,
Mhm.
right? Because we've been on that side of the things too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, and moving through those and just knowing that we can structure our time, because that was another big topic this week, was structuring our time to make sure that we take care of ourselves,
Mhm.
make sure we take care of
Are
our
you
loved
running your
ones.
business or is it running you?
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. And
And
it's
it's
a
not just the time, but it's like the activities that we're
the
choosing to engage in.
yep, and how we're doing that, and are we leaving enough time in our day for ourselves? That
Yeah.
started to really come up this week too, was, okay, you're spending 18 hours a day between sleeping and working and, you know, whatever other things are there. That doesn't leave you a whole lot of time for you.
Mhm.
So,
And
yeah.
different people have different capacities for crazy.
Yes.
You know, my capacity for crazy is pretty darn high. Um, and you laugh, Mel. It's true. I mean,
It is.
you know, we just sent all of our kids. I have one in a group home. She's got, some situations coming up. So it's like a nonstop thing. So a lot of people are like, oh, you've got her in the group home. Everything is calm. And I'm like, oh, no, it's still between 10 and 15 hours a week minimum that I'm
Mhm.
working on her stuff. Right. So I have the literal kind of definition of crazy going on. And then I get all three of my other kids out of the house. So we get a foreign exchange student for funsies.
Well, I mean, why not, right? Is it
Why
you might
not?
as
I was
and
bored.
a new dog, and
And
a
a
new
new
dog.
dog who was a complete and total hot mess.
Yeah.
She is the hot mess express, y'all. She is a 10-year-old retriever golden mix, and she barks. She occasionally will try to nip and herd you. She dances in circles. She is really excited. She has high anxiety. If we leave the house, she tries to chew her way out into the garage, like through the door. Um, yeah, she's the hot mess express.
Mhm.
She's very sweet, but she
But,
can't be left unattended.
it's funny because, of course, they don't know, but the last year and a half, really 2 years with COVID and just before COVID,
Mhm,
I got shut down really hard on the business front up until
mhm,
recently.
mhm.
And for whatever reason, I got to basically vacation through the COVID.
Mhm,
And how many times was I complaining about being bored because I didn't have all of those things going on?
mhm,
Right? Oh, I don't have any chaos. I don't have any trouble. I don't have any problems I need to solve. I don't have any things to keep me occupied.
mhm.
All right, I know that's not Jinx.
This is Jinx.
That is Jinx?
This is
Okay.
our girl kitty. This is Jinx. You can actually tell her because she's got the clipped ear,
Mm,
um, and striped and spotted and not orange. She's the only
okay.
one that's not like orange. The boys are orange.
Hey, Mayra, you want to come say hello?
So she clearly wanted to come up and say hi and have a snack. And
Mm-hmm.
those of y'all that don't notice or haven't noticed, I have cat treats on my desk behind me. And they come up and they get cat treats.
It keeps them off the keyboard mostly.
Mostly off the keyboard. Yep. So that is Jinx. Um, she is Laura's cat, or was Laura's cat. Yeah. She's very sweet. She's doesn't miss too many meals.
I'm sure not. I'm sure
Mm-mm.
not.
No. Yeah, but talking about, Hot Mess Express.
Yeah.
And this is life and running a business while living. This week has been like the quintessential like example of it. Um, you know, Last week I drove down to Charlotte to pick up my car after some repairs. I mean, it's just like all the things.
Well, yeah, it's life. There's a lot of life happening out there.
Hmm. Yeah, and none of us are exempt from life. We don't have perfect lives. They're messy.
Hmm.
Our houses are not perfect. Mine has definitely got dog hair galore. And learning to balance work, life, business, and keeping it really real
Hmm.
and raw.
Oh, it's definitely been real and raw.
Yeah. Some days too real and raw.
It's definitely.
Let me know if you guys have ever felt like it was too real and raw. But we do deal with all the crazy ass stuff going on.
Yeah. I don't know. My air conditioner just kicked off. The dog just like shuffled and let out a big sleepy sigh. And I'm like, oh, I feel the decompression finally happening in here.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, at 9:18 p.m. Hey, Susan, good to see you. Hello. And then we have Meg who said hi. Yeah, I
Hi,
mean
Meg.
it's a great time to be winding down and heading into the weekend. A lot of people are
Yeah.
probably going to think I'm going to take time off. You're working, so you'll be back and forth. That's cool. That's real cool. Yeah, I'm going to be working on some client work this weekend. I found out that one of my clients that I'm about to start a new website on, who's a brand new client, before we could even lay hands on the website, got their website hacked. So
Because it's
this
been that kind of
weekend,
week.
yeah, this weekend is going to be a search and retrieve kind of day motion thing, and we're going to be having fun with it. And I'm going to pop surprise it's Tish in. Will
Oh,
she
yay.
expect hello?
Hello. What have I
Hey,
missed?
Tish.
Hi.
We're just chatting. We're getting into trouble, doing all the things.
Oh, well, I'm
On
just in
Friday
fun.
night. It's been a crazy week here.
Yeah.
As you've seen on my side, it's been real nuts. I mean,
Yep.
in amazing ways, too.
Yeah.
And
I'm nursing a sore shoulder muscle.
what did you do?
I can't really say for sure, other than I know it's related to recent weight gain and angling around the weight gain. That's all I'm really going to say.
Oh,
Yeah. I've got to start taking better care of myself.
I love you,
mhm.
Tish.
We love you too, Tish.
Yeah. No, this has been going on for almost a week, this pain. And it went away and came back. So I'm relaxing this evening.
Relaxing
Good.
is good. Is there any wine involved?
Not tonight. I'm going to need painkillers.
Mm. I am
Wine.
a big believer in turmeric.
I have some of that.
It's a really good anti-inflammatory to go with your painkillers.
If I still had some cashew milk, I might make some golden milk, but I don't.
Mm.
But that is a good. You take your milk and you warm it and you add the turmeric.
Mm-hmm.
CBD stuff is really good for anti-inflammatory stuff too. Pain, muscle relaxery kind of things.
I will be getting the hubby to put some topical stuff on it too. I was told to take a bath with Epsom salts. I haven't got there yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a bath with Epsom salts after this call, but it's going to be an interesting night. One of our new clients, before I could get my hands on their website, we found out from their old webmaster, and this is why their old webmaster is no longer doing these, that their website is hacked. So I have to go in and do a search and retrieve kind of mission this weekend to try to grab all the info we can to try to rescue as much of the website as we can before we rebuild.
What's your prognosis on that?
I don't know yet. I haven't gotten into it. I found out right as my internet got cut here at home.
No, you're not allowed to touch it until this weekend, Haley. Period. Right? When the universe speaks, the universe speaks.
The universe spoke really loud, and so yeah, that starts tonight. I don't know what the prognosis is because I haven't had a chance to check it yet.
Sorry, I'm hoping my printer issues are resolved. I started getting soap orders when Monday this past week, and I go to start getting things ready to ship, and I get the shipping label all done, and everything's all set and ready to go, and I go to print them, and my printer says it has ink, and then it doesn't print.
I think I know for a fact Mercury is in retrograde, but damn it, Mercury has been drinking spiked Gatorade all week.
Yes. Well, this week was something like 7 planets in retrograde plus the new moon. Like, we're coming to the back end of some of it. We're coming up on 1010, which is a big deal. I forget which ones are going to
9
start.
planets out there that we watch. 7 of them were in retro. 7 of them were chugging the Gatorade.
Yep.
Mm.
Well, okay, Chiron is not technically a planet, but it's one of those very large. It's kind of like Pluto. It's one of those very large
Asteroids.
asteroidy kind of things that gets tracked because of how large it is within the astrological charts and stuff. But yeah, 7 of them have been playing games this week, in case you haven't felt anything.
I think
No,
they've been
not a
playing
thing
ping
here.
pong.
It's been perfectly smooth sailing.
I think they've been playing ping pong out there in outer space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, clearly. They've been drinking the spiked Gatorade all week. Apparently, Facebook had another outage today.
Oh, must have
Instagram
been while I
was
was out standing in line.
Mm. Well, I was offline mostly until this evening.
Yeah.
Not on Facebook. I know that's a shock to y'all, to everybody, that I don't spend every waking moment on Facebook. Actually, Mel and Tish know that that's pretty true, but because they've probably, I know Tish can see my calendar. She's one of those crazy people on my team who can actually see my calendar.
I say, if we talk enough that I know when you are and aren't active in Messenger, so.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's just been one of those days.
Yes. It's been a week.
I've been slacking off all day eating bonbons and watching soap operas.
Oh, well, good for you.
What ones do you watch?
I have no idea what. So Mel was making fun of me earlier because she's like, you need to watch this. And I'm like, hanging my head and admitting I don't actually have any streaming services.
Yeah, I have cable.
I don't have cable. I do have Amazon Prime, but I don't actually know how to use it properly. For the
Amazon Prime's video interface is horrific.
I tried to use it once and I gave up. I was like, I'm not messing with this. So I was like, I'm done.
Carnival Row. I took the free month of Amazon Prime for Carnival Row, and I'm going to be getting it again because they're having another season, and I'm going to actually spring for Amazon Prime, I think, because I need to be able to order. Now, for author books, I don't get a deal on shipping, but for other books, I will. And there are other books that I need as well, and art supplies. So
that's awesome.
I'm looking into that.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Yeah,
It's worth it if you love, Orlando Bloom and fairies and things that fly that are people. It was pretty cool.
I started watching it. I couldn't get into it, but I think it was the time, like just where I was the day I tried to watch it, and I just never went back to it. I might have to give it another shot.
There's violence in it, but it was well done as far as the special effects. And that, if you like that, if you're a fan of special effects, it'll probably take you right in. Cool.
No, I'll have to give that one another shot. It may also have been one of those that I started when I started like 4 other things.
Well, I had to be convinced to watch Orphan Black twice. And the second time I actually picked it up, I never stopped. Because the first episode isn't, if you're not ready for it, you're not sure what to expect. And it's actually, I think, even though there's some pretty major things that happen, it's one of the slower episodes. Once it gets going, the actress that plays the clones in that show is phenomenal.
Susan says, how are you guys?
We're alive.
I'm sober.
We're on the upside down. I'm still breathing.
I'm gonna be okay. I'm going to the iron shop tomorrow.
I'm playing with cards.
I spent all day with a 2-year-old in a non-2-year-old proof house. What is
It's
good
very
feeling
small.
thoughts?
My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. Oh, that might have been a poke at me.
I was going to say, have we not just been sitting here bitching and talking about needing to shift some mindsets about, wait, maybe it really wasn't that bad this week?
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a crazy week, but I mean, I would say
Yeah.
overall it was net positive. You know, seriously.
It really was.
I
It really
did
And
the Athena luncheon this week. You guys know I'm a board member for Athena of the Triangle, which is Athena. It's part of Athena International. It's a huge organization that benefits women. So they have several programs. Athena PowerLink, where you can get a board of directors for a year. Board of advisors. It is just a crazy, crazy powerful program. And I'm fortunate enough to be one of the advisors this year, talking about marketing and working with one of our PowerLink recipients. And then we have Athena in Tech, where we're working on getting girls into tech. We have Emerging Leaders, which is another program. And then we have the awards luncheon. So we have like a bunch of stuff to support women, particularly here locally. It is so amazing. And we're lucky enough as part of Fiercely Marketing to be doing all the website and all the automation and all the social media and stuff. So it's kind of cool.
That's awesome. I'm thinking, one, I should probably come over and do like a guest visit in some of these things that you're doing over that way, because we're close enough now to make that a reality.
A reality. And I actually have like a guest room.
Oh, wow. Hey, my car runs. Maybe it'll go up and down the mountains to get from here to there.
Right?
That's the next tour. But then also looking for what those sister organizations or chapters are here. I know I started kicking around about that a couple of months ago, but it wasn't time yet.
Mm-hmm.
I've made it to chapter 4 of my book. I'm pushing through.
Yay!
I saw you making some posts
Congratulations.
today. Yay!
Yeah.
Congratulations, Tish.
Time to get some stuff done.
I like it. Yeah. This weekend I'm working on client work.
Noted. I'll be
And-
around most of it.
I've got some crazy ideas for when. I'm looking to get more engagement in when, so y'all are warned. Got some crazy ass ideas. And usually when I say that, my team like ducks and runs for cover because they know it's going to be batshit crazy.
Eh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty much game for a lot of stuff.
Awesome. Oh, look, we have another victim. I'm excited. Let me add her to the little queue. Hey, Patty. How's it going? She probably wasn't expecting to get thrown into live fast enough.
Is it?
I can
Is it-
hear you.
Okay.
You have an echo somewhere.
Yep, you need to mute the browser window that you're watching us in.
Okay.
There you
There.
go.
There you go. Welcome. Hi. How are you doing? Are you sober?
Yes, I don't drink. I know.
Welcome to the Sober Club.
I can't. It's the perfect cure for insomnia. I fall asleep right away.
So the last time I managed to drink a half an ounce of cider, I was so tipsy that I was spinning and I had my head down on the table trying not to fall off with half an ounce of cider.
Yeah. I purposefully am not today because I'm going to need extra Tylenol tonight. And if you have Tylenol, you shouldn't mix it with booze simply because it's a double whammy on your kidneys.
Your liver.
Yeah. You shouldn't mix.
It'll destroy your liver real fast.
Yeah. So if I'm having anything, I'm not having Tylenol, and I've got Tylenol in me now for my back. So.
Are you
That's fine.
okay?
Yeah, I've got a pulled muscle in my shoulder blade back somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the stuff.
We're going to start making stories
yesterday.
about swinging from the chandelier. We had some really good friends a while back. about 10 or 15 years ago. The husband pulled his back and the wife like blew out her knees like at the same time. So we were inventing the stories about what they must have been doing at home to make that a reality with both of them at the same time. And it involves dining rooms and chandeliers and swinging and all kinds of fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if we're going to make up stories, we're going to make up good ones.
Well, you might as well, right?
Trying to get Jazzy back down off the ceiling fan?
Exactly. Actually, we did have a ceiling fan incident one time in our house. So when Xena was like 4 and Laura was like 6, they decided to test out the ceiling fan in the bedroom. And they wanted to see what would happen if Xena yanked the chain and Laura pushed the switch at the same time. So apparently Xena jumped up, yanked the chain, Laura hit the switch, and they did this like a few times. And there started to be smoke and a funny burning smell in the bedroom. And so they very surreptitiously left. And then half an hour later, they said, "Mommy, there's a really funny smell in the bedroom." That's what happens when you go swinging from the ceiling fan. Now, she gets really mad whenever I say that she was swinging from the chandelier because, you know, that was not at all what was happening, Mom. We were testing what happened if you hit the switch and pulled the chain at the same time.
I'm so glad my kids are grown, out of the house. You
realize that my children are not much younger than yours.
I know, but
and then there was the time she went swinging from the chandelier in what is now my office. It's a good thing we have good braces in the ceiling.
No, I just have the random cat running from one end of the mini home to the other. No kids here. She's a lot at times.
I can convince you to never have kids real quick.
I have nieces and nephews.
Have any of them ever broken into the knife drawer and done a dance in the kitchen with 10-inch chef knives?
No. No.
That was also Xena.
One was escorted home by the police because he was driving too fast.
How old was he?
He was 17, I think.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't arrested, but he was escorted home.
Yeah, we might have had one or two of those.
And then he had to have a part-time job to pay for the fine.
Yeah. Here you have to do hours of community service for every mile per hour you are going over the speed limit. Let me just say that there were a lot of hours of community service involved.
Could be.
That would have been that wouldn't have been Xena again, would it?
Everything is Xena tonight.
Poor Xena.
Poor thing, right?
Right.
You know, I would never tell stories on my children, but yes. We've had, you know, I love my children. I really do. But they're all very different personalities.
Well, I mean, I have sisters who are twins, and they have different personalities too.
Yeah. Well, and Xena's brothers are like terrified of her. She rules the roost. And, you know, they won't get into a ring with her for sparring in karate because she just beats them into submission.
There's not too many people she doesn't beat into submission, though, is there?
No, not really.
Exactly. Like, I mean, she's either going to get them with her wits, her looks, or her ability just to beat them into submission.
Well, with David, he is not an alpha. So she'll get into the ring with him, and her karate instructor has actually gotten onto her for doing this because she would dance around him with her hands down. She won't even hold her hands up. And she'll just like dance around him. And then she'll either kick him in the head, and he's like 6'4", or she'll bop him on top of his head and just like be, just like scooch in,
Little-
bop him on the top of the head, and then move back out and it's like, bop, got you. Bop, did it again.
Little bunny foo-foo, bop him on the head.
Exactly. And I mean, just completely terrorize her brother. Who is 6'4", mind you, and a second-degree black belt. And not intimidated by too many people except a sister.
Yep. That fits everything I know.
Mm-hmm. Girls rule, boys rule.
Yeah.
So is the moon orange where you are this evening? It was very orange in its crescent this evening.
I haven't seen it tonight.
It's storming and raining and gloomy, and
Yeah, we're
there's
supposed
lightning
to get
out there.
Yeah, it's very cloudy. It was very, very cloudy today.
Oh, well, it's orange this evening.
Oh, yeah, we had a pretty sunset, but I haven't seen the moon since. We went out walking right near sunset. It was really, really, really pretty. But we almost walked the dog's feet off.
Excuse me. Oh,
Everyone around here is complaining about all of the rain lately. It's just all week. It was just gray and
I've had,
68 to
I wish it would
72.
come to us because our lakes and rivers here are drying up pretty much.
Oh, we've got flooding issues and streets closed and the parks. They can't play ball all weekend because the parks are all flooded.
Wow.
Yeah, we've had a lot of rain. I had to turn the air conditioner back on. I've got it down to like 66 in here just to keep the humidity at a comfortable level.
Mm.
yeah. Yeah, we still have the air conditioners in, although one of these days they're going to be taken back out. It's almost that time.
That's an odd concept to me. I mean, I know it happens, but where I am in my part of the country, not very much.
Yeah, it's starting to get cold at night.
Mm.
Like the other night we had a frost warning and it was almost 20 degrees the next day.
Yeah.
It's hard to balance.
It gets a little temperamental.
Yes.
Yeah,
Layers become your friend.
Don't like the weather. Don't worry. Blink and it will change.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that is true in some parts of the world.
It's still better than Florida here, so I'll take it.
Yeah, the leaves are starting to turn colors here too.
Aw.
Oh, the parkway is starting. The Blue Ridge Parkway is starting with the yellows and the reds and a little bit of the oranges.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't. This week it's supposed to get up to, the sun's supposed to come back out. It's supposed to get up to the high 70s. So it's going to be that false warm thing that happens right before the leaves really pop. It's going to be gorgeous this week.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to have to
We
go
go
set up
out
on the mountain.
to Virginia next weekend to see Ivan.
Yeah.
And if I don't get to see colors then I'll get to see colors Halloween weekend because I'll be back up in Virginia visiting Ivan again.
Now, at
Back
home
to back.
at this
Mhm.
time of year,
Okay.
they have a festival, and I don't know if they're having it this year or not, but it's called the Celtic Colors, and it's done with the fall colors and the leaves and the trees.
Mhm.
But it's a lot of Scottish fiddle
Okay.
music and a lot of live entertainment. So
Mhm.
I don't know if that's a go this year or not. But one of my goals is to go there because the Gaelic College is where the after parties happen, and apparently that's where you need to be.
Mm.
So at some year, I'm going to find myself in those kitchen parties
That's cool.
after the show. I think it's going to be fun. It's one of my things I need to do.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Love it.
If you like, I mean, our distant artist that's out there right now that might have a tiny bit of similarity is like Lindsay Sterling. But if you're familiar with the Rankin family and the Barry McNeils and those kinds of musicians, that's more of the style.
Okay.
And it's a lot of fun. We did have our festival here. That's why I went to a concert. It was part of our, it used to be Harvest Jazz and Blues, but they've changed it to the Harvest Music Festival this year. So they didn't limit it to jazz and blues because people were really looking for some live entertainment, I think, this year.
Anything.
And we're not allowed to do anything outside of our single family bubbles for Thanksgiving in Canada and New Brunswick this weekend. Yay.
Fabulous.
Yeah. So it'll just be the two of us and the cat.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about, we haven't really gone out to get a turkey. And I think I'm just going to do, I have most of the things to make his and hers lasagnas. So I'm going to do that instead.
I did a turkey breast in the microwave a couple of years ago. And it actually turned out really good. I mean, I know that sounds like really sketchy, like you cooked a turkey in the microwave. And y'all are kind of looking at me going, Haley, another one of your little experiments gone wrong, perhaps. It was actually really good. You know, you just got to put it into one of those microwave bags so it doesn't dry out, but it came out really well.
Well, 2 years ago, I did it.
Moist, and it was quick too.
2 years ago, I did it for Thanksgiving. We had friends here, and it's just Roy and I, so we like lasagna. What I'll probably do is freeze some of mine and start getting back into that hopeful prep cooking thing that I do.
Yeah, we do a lot of prep. Although I do a lot of HelloFresh right now, but
I mixed my weeks up because once a month I get a bag of produce for $15 through a program here, and it's fresh fruit and vegetables. And it's next week, not this week. So I showed up this week.
Oops.
So I'm paid for next month, which I usually do when I pick it up. You know, I pay for the next month, so I'm always ahead of the game. And they said, do you want some strawberries? So I have 3 things of strawberries, a thing of grape tomatoes, some plums, and one of the biggest zucchinis I've seen this year. As a result of hitting the wrong day. Because they have a food bank too. And I said, well, I don't want anybody else to be missing out. But there were things that they had a lot of that, you know, fresh stuff, it can't go bad. So I now have to figure out what to do with a ginormous zucchini.
Not even my rabbit will eat zucchini.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't like zucchini.
You need a goat.
Oh, yeah. That's what Haley needs is another animal.
Great with the homeowners association. Sure, let me go right out and get a goat to fill in the zoo.
Haley, you're starting a goat farm for eating the kudzu that's taking over everywhere.
My kudzu but I need like a farm to live on to have my goats.
You just
so
need
y'all,
one.
we need to have a fundraiser for Haley's retreat and goat farm.
I'll just put one. I'll put one up over here. We'll put the goats there. It'll be fine. We'll run them back and forth.
Although seriously, you can make when you do the lasagna, if you want it to be keto and you don't want all the carbs from the noodles, you can actually thinly slice the zucchini and use that as your noodles instead of the noodles. Just don't pre-cook them because they'll be really mushy. Or you can pre-cook them a little bit, pat them dry so that they're not so mushy, and they actually make pretty good fake lasagna noodles.
Yeah, I was talking to someone else earlier about this, and sounds like moussaka, right? Same kind of idea. They use eggplant in the Greek version. But I have a recipe without noodles that I like anyway, and probably going to either stir fry it and have it with spaghetti sauce, like tomato sauce. I do that a lot. With zucchini. I have the spiralizer, but I think it might be too big. It's like massive.
Sounds like it needs to be a lasagna.
Part lasagna, part maybe some fried zucchini.
Roasted zucchini.
Yeah, you can do a little bit of a light panko and Italian seasoning and throw it in the oven and bake it. Almost
See,
like
for
Salt and
zucchini
pepper.
fries.
it's spaghetti or it goes into a chocolate cake. Chocolate
Zucchini bread.
cake is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Zucchini bread works.
Yep.
100 things you can do with zucchini. Now you're going to need more zucchinis.
No, it's massive.
Do we get to see a picture of said zucchini?
Probably, yeah. It's on my table.
Oh gosh, I'm not a fan of zucchini.
I like it in stir fries. I like it as a replacement for pasta in spaghetti. And I use spaghetti squash alternatively. I go back and forth.
That's cool.
But I like it in baked goods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool.
And the recipe I'm thinking of is Trim Healthy Mama. So it's basically keto. It's low carb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a big believer in some of those.
It's either almond flour or their baking blend that they use. And the baking blend is almond flour, oat flour, and I want to say coconut or ground flax. I'm not sure which one.
Mm-hmm.
But I mix three-part ratio.
I'm gonna have to hit the farmer's market the next week or two and get a little bit more produce in. Some zucchini, some squashes, some of the fall veggies.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird to be thinking about fall as actual fall. Like I'm so used to this not being fall yet, because to me fall is December, January, winter's January, February, maybe a little bit of March.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, March is already spring, like really spring around here.
Construction season here, right up until the snow flies, and then it's winter, and then we go back to construction.
Yeah, they're trying to get a lot of the roads repaved here, I think, before it gets colder.
Well, there are some areas, like I'm off a side street off of a main street, and
Mm-hmm.
in the last 5 years or 7 years that we've lived here, a section of the street that we live off of has been under construction every single summer. It's just been
Mhm.
different spots. So when it was above our place, it wasn't so bad, except if we wanted to go to one place. But then when they did the other half right by our subdivision, then we had to go all the way around to get anywhere. And it was very expensive that summer.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of extra gas and mileage. And now the other end of that street, they're almost at the bottom. They're almost there.
Right.
So I don't know if they have another year planned for the bottom, but it will be really nice to have that done.
Mm-hmm.
And hope they don't have to go at it again for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. In theory.
Yeah.
In theory.
In theory. Yeah. So Zena comes home on Sunday for a visit. So we'll have.
So is there a break in school as well, or is she remotely studying, or?
She'll be remotely studying this week. She's having surgery early in the week, and then she'll do school remotely for the rest of the week.
And she'll get to meet your new house guest.
She will. She's already virtually met her, so they're getting along like a house on fire so far. That could be dangerous for me. I could have multiple co-conspirators in the house.
Winter break's going to be a grand, interesting time.
Yeah, I'm kind of expecting a 3-ring circus.
Well,
4-ring circus.
But you love it.
I do.
Or you wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't have done it. I knew what I was getting into. Yeah. Thanksgiving won't be so bad because it's really short.
Yeah.
And we're not here the whole time. But Christmas we'll have all 4 of them together for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
My 3 youngest and the foreign exchange student, yes. Could be sporting.
That's why you needed that new car.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Drive me straight to the loony bin.
Right?
So when you have the kids around and it's board game night, what board game do they pick?
Cards Against Humanity. Uno.
Oh,
Although we were playing Uno the other night when we didn't have any internet, and we discovered that the kids have taken out all of the reverse cards out of the deck. That was a little interesting. So I need a new Uno deck. I was trying to tell my husband that I thought that all the Uno decks had been corrupted and should probably be culled and get new ones. And he didn't quite believe me. So I think he believes me now. But yeah. Now I have Exploding Kittens, Cards Against Humanity, Uno, with, of course, marked cards. You know, all the things.
Yeah, we play a bit of Skip-Bo here, and something I like is I really like Settlers of Catan. I really like that game.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I love it. Cool.
Oh, the things we get conditioned to.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Very cool. Well, it is going on almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we've been hanging for a little while. I vote we say goodnight to everybody. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you, Patty, for hopping on. Who would have thought a year ago you would just like randomly hop onto lives with people?
Yes. 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 And yes, I couldn't believe I got tricked into one earlier in the week either.
That's awesome. I love it. We're bad
Yes.
influence.
Mel, you didn't see it, did you?
Probably not.
It's okay.
The Wet Talk?
Yes, it was very last minute. It was Tuesday. Yes, I was a last minute replacement.
That's awesome.
out
Congratulations. Good
good.
for you, Patty.
I'm so proud of you. Like, seriously, y'all should, like, you know, be impressed with how much hard work Patty is putting into this.
Mhm.
And thrusting herself completely out of her comfort zone, like mad. So
She is. I have a feeling I'm going to get dragged into that arena here very soon if I'm not careful.
mhm.
She's just like, it's about time we put you in the hot seat.
Mhm.
I'll take a turn.
Haley
Wait,
pushed me. Yep.
Wait, who put in the hashtag?
I did.
Oh, okay. I thought it was someone typing it up.
Yeah, Haley typed it.
I can turn it on and off, but I have it in my thing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's all good. I hope y'all have a great night. Thanks, everybody. We'll
Bye.
see y'all again next Friday for more hijinks and fun. Bye.
Well, here, yeah.